Good afternoon, church family. Today is Monday, the 23rd of May, and I am grateful to be speaking to you this afternoon for a couple of reasons. One, I'm grateful that I made it through the storm. I was driving back from a lunch appointment in Albemarle when that storm came through. I hope that you're all safe. I hope that your house or your property wasn't damaged. And I hope that everything's okay. I know we had some damage come through the area today. The other reason why I'm grateful to be with you is not just because of safety reasons. I'm just glad to be with you. I'm glad to be able to greet you today and to share with you some things that are in the near future. Please stay with me until the end of this. I have a special kind of announcement at the end. But I just want to run through a few things that we have going on this week and into the weekend. So tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, our ABC Preschool is hosting their end-of-the-year graduation, especially for those who are moving up and out of our ABC Preschool. So that'll take place in our sanctuary tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. At 6:30, our church missions committee is hosting the Concord High School baseball team for their end-of-year awards banquet. We do this for several reasons. One, we want our schools and our community to know that First Baptist Church Concord loves them. And the reason we want the community and our schools to know that First Baptist Church loves them is because First Baptist Church represents Jesus, and Jesus loves them. And so I just want to tell you that as we host this tomorrow evening and bring families and student athletes onto our campus, we're doing it so that we can love on them and also share the gospel with them. So that'll take place tomorrow evening at 6:30. If you would like to help, we still have opportunities for you to join in. Please see Alex Hamilton. Give him a call, preferably in the morning. He can tell you when to show up tomorrow afternoon, and that you can give way with the group to making sure that this thing is a success. And then Wednesday night will be our last night for Wednesday night church suppers until after Vacation Bible School, so about a month and a half off from that. And also all of our other Wednesday night activities. Now, choir will meet in July, just a little earlier once it all gets started, but June they're taking the month off as well. By the way, while I'm talking about the choir and their rehearsals, I just want to tell you all who all is participating with our choir, and also our instrumentalists as well as Pastor Howard himself. I'm so grateful for what you've been doing here lately, especially as we went to Adventure Church and things changed completely up, and then we came back into our worship center and picked up right where we left off. All of those things, we just have had a great experience with our choir. So choir, thank you so much. Instrumentalists, thank you. Musicians, thank you so much. We really appreciate your giving of your time and your effort and your talents for the Lord. So thank you for that. And then headed into this weekend, this 4-day weekend. Monday there's a Memorial Day cookout, and Terry Gilmore is hosting that. So you can see him or Pastor Aaron about that. This Thursday is our mystery trip for the Young Hearts. So our Senior Adult Ministries is taking a mystery trip on Thursday, and so they're leaving the church at 8 in the morning. You need $30 per person. $10 is for the bus. We're on a touring type bus. $20 is for the event that we're going to be a part of, and then you also need a little extra for lunch that day. So bring that and be a part of what we're doing this Thursday for our Senior Adult Mystery Trip, our Young Hearts Mystery Trip. The last thing that I wanted to tell you, the thing that I asked you to hang on for all this time, has to do with something that's come out with the Southern Baptist Convention. For the last 20 years or so, there have been efforts in order to address what seemed to be an increasing crisis, if you will, pandemic, not to use that word too loosely, but situation that involved sexual assault, sexual abuse, that included our churches, our Southern Baptist churches. This is not something that's easy to talk about. In fact, it's not something that we like to talk about, but it is reality, it's truth. And if we don't talk about it, we can't address it. Well, over the last 20 years, that has been picking up speed. We've seen more and more Southern Baptist pastors and lay people both being the abuser and also being abused. And so, and not all of this takes place on church grounds during church hours, but the commonality of relationship is through the local church. And so, just a few years ago, Houston Chronicle put out a report talking about this, and it spurred us on to action. Now, I would love for us to have acted without that, but we didn't, and so it spurred us on to action, and so we took it. We hired an investigative firm, Guidepost Solutions, last year, an independent investigative firm. They investigated our executive committee, and those findings were released yesterday at 4 o'clock. And so today, as you can imagine, the Southern Baptist Convention world has been all abuzz with the information. And I don't know, I presume that all of it's true. I presume that they would not have fabricated any of it. So with that presumption in mind, the Southern Baptist Convention is going to have to determine where do we go from here. And it'll start in Anaheim in June. So two things that I'm going to tell you, action points, if you will. One is if you belong to our church, or even if you don't, if you want to visit, this Wednesday evening at our 6:30, normally 6:30 prayer time, I'm going to have a question and answer period with a little presentation about this. It'll end in prayer. We're going to pray for the victims. We're going to pray for those who are trying to bring about change. We're going to pray for clarity, all those kinds of things at the end. But I do want it to be a time of information, and so if you want to participate in that, please be a part of it. And then the second thing that I'd ask you to do is pray long term. Pray over the next month as we get close to heading towards Anaheim to our annual meeting of the Southern Baptist Convention. Pastor Aaron and Amanda and Myra and myself will all be headed there to be your messengers. We're your representatives. We're going to go and we're going to vote for you. We're going to speak for you. We'll listen for you. And then we'll come back and report to you. But please be praying for that. This is a serious situation. Not only is it a serious situation, but it's one that really could determine the future path of the Southern Baptist Convention and maybe even the future of the Southern Baptist Convention. And so please be in prayer for that. These things are serious items, not to mention all of those who have been adversely affected by it. Please be in prayer for us. Come out and join us on Wednesday evening. Church family, know that I love you. Know that I'm praying God's best for you, and I can't wait to see you soon. Find your place in our church. Plug in there. Do God's will for your life. Be His hands and feet in our community and beyond. So God bless you, church. I love you. I'll see you soon.